Well, the Oil Region Indie Music Festival is coming up this Saturday, and to learn a little bit more about that, we have Jeremy and Sean in the studio this morning. Hi, guys. How are you? Good to see you this morning.
Great. Good morning.
So before we get into the big music festival, let's learn a little bit about yourselves, and we're going to start with Jeremy.
All right. What would you like to know? Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a board member on the Arts Council. I've been a musician for as long as I can remember. I've got 2 kids. I live in Oil City. I don't know. I'm not too good at talking about myself.
What was your first instrument you picked up?
The bass.
The bass?
Yeah.
What drew you to the bass?
It was given to me.
Nice. Nice. That's usually how it works,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, here's a guitar, here's whatever.
Yep.
Here's a bass. So you just started playing. What sort of music did you enjoy listening to?
Well, I played a lot of praise and worship.
Okay.
But I listened to a lot of metal back in the day.
Yeah.
It's something I really enjoyed. So, then I went to school for classical guitar at Geneva College for a few years. And I don't know.
There you go. Sean,
Well,
people might recognize you.
Yeah, I'm around. I have a studio, a private music studio in Oil City, located in the Transit Building, and I've got students who are 7 years old up to 97 years old, I guess.
Wow.
We do guitar, bass, drums, voice, keyboard methods. We have a small student band that plays rock and roll tunes that we arrange just for them. So they get the experience of actually playing in a band, which is real cool. It's something that's kind of unique for us. We'll be able to see some of those kids actually perform at the Indie Fest this year, which is really great.
Oh, very cool.
I also, I'm the choir director for the local First United Methodist Church here in Titusville, too.
Very nice. So folks have seen you on TV before.
I think so.
Do you enjoy doing that?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Excellent. Now, it's funny because you and Nathaniel Lick are very passionate about what you do, and you up the game quite a bit. So
We try.
yeah,
We try.
You do a good job. Well, let's get into the Oil Region Indie Music Festival. How did it get started? How long ago did it get started?
This is its 12th year.
12 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Started in 2007. The idea was to provide a platform for the local original music scene. Back when it started, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for an independent original songwriter in the area. So I knew a bunch of people, and I brought them into town or brought them back into town. A lot of them, it's more like a homecoming. And we had a festival in the park on like May 27th. It was really early that year. And that was the beginning, and it just continued after. It's changed formats a lot through the years, but it's always been focused on trying to provide an outlet for the original independent culture in the area.
So is it a mix of music styles, or how,
Yep.
what's involved there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much everything. So you have your solo independent singer-songwriters. We've got a guy that comes back from New Jersey every year, and he's been coming for quite a long time. His name's Rand Hubiak, and he plays kind of a cabaret style on the keyboards.
Huh.
We've got a bunch of punk and metal, some hip-hop coming up from Pittsburgh. So yeah, we try to just include as many people as we can, as long as it's original.
What's the booking process like? Are you guys finding you're reaching out to folks, or is it now so many years into this, people are looking out to you saying, hey, what does it take to be part of this?
I've had to learn how to say no. Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming. We get a lot of contacts that I don't even have time to get back to. So if I did that and you're watching, I'm sorry.
So this is all through the Arts Council then?
Yeah, this is the first year where it's been an actual Arts Council event. We've cooperated since the very first year. But,
Wow.
This year we've decided to go completely under the umbrella of the Oil City Arts Council.
So what is your official role in all of this?
I was one of the founding members, along with Joanne Wheeler and Tom Houston. He was another guy. And so I take care of talking to the artists. I've had help for quite a few years, but this year it was all me. And I arrange the schedule, and I just make sure that, like, I'll go talk to City Council and make sure that we have what we need for the event.
And they've been very cooperative?
Yeah, extremely.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oil City has been very helpful with the festival.
So what are sort of the time frames? Does everybody have an hour, half an hour, 40? I mean, how does that structure?
The sets are half an hour, but we have a 10-minute changeover time, so the schedule looks a little weird because it's in 40-minute blocks, but it worked.
Well, that's great. Sean, what's your role in all of this?
Well, this will be the fourth year that we've offered a youth stage at the event. So IndieFest has several stages that are operating concurrently throughout the day.
Oh,
So
wow.
you might have one band that's on one stage, and then over here, like on the main stage on Seneca Street, and then on the Pipeline Alley, you'll have somebody different. And then down the street now, you've got in front of the museum, you'll have the youth stage. My idea was, well, why don't we get the youth out there? We can get more exposure for them. They can get the idea of what it is like to play on an outdoor stage, just like the adult bands are playing on, and do it early so that they can sort of generate that interest in a younger generation. So that when Jeremy and I want to retire someday, if they still do retirement when we get there, that we have people that can do that and step up and are ready to do it. In fact, the youth stage for the last couple years, the small band that I have at the studio, where the students are learning to be a band, they'll take the stage, and they're sort of like the ending event for the transit youth. So all the transit youth that are there can come in and play their songs for an actual audience, live outdoors. And it's a really cool experience that I know I didn't have when I was a kid. I'd have been all over it. So my role really is to make that stage run and get all of the kids who are in the local studios. There's another gal who has piano students, and they'll be there. The guitar students will be there. On some years, we've had some kids from the community who've just shown interest and wanted to be there, and we give them a spot to come in and play. And it's done really well. And so now we have a little bit of a different feel for it. And of course, that brings in more people downtown, so that they can also check out what we're doing with the main stages. So,
Jeremy was telling me that he's impressed. You have an amazing gift to be able to go through and kind of pluck out the Yoko Onos of each group, so it doesn't really ruin the band down the road.
I haven't met Yoko Ono, but I appreciate that. It's a really nice thing to say.
Yeah.
We try to
wouldn't
keep
want
it
anybody
real.
breaking up, when they're talented like that. Let me just say, Pipeline Alley is an incredible place to play. It's a beautiful space.
Yeah.
Are they doing the series this summer on Wednesdays?
Yes, they are. I'll be there setting up and running sound tomorrow.
Really? So it starts tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow is the opening event for Pipeline Alley.
That's a wonderful series.
Yeah.
It's great. So really, you guys have this mapped out, a couple different spaces that people can kind of just walk around and enjoy some great music.
Yeah.
And it's all one day.
This year it is. We've had pretty much every year we've had a different format of some sort. The first year was in the park, Justice Park down by the river. Then we've done stuff in the private venues. So we used to go into different places along Seneca Street and on the north side and host the shows there. We've done it on a Friday, we've done it on a Saturday, we've done it on 2 days. This year we decided to switch back to one day to focus our energy and maybe take a little breather for a year. We've had some shifts in the volunteers.
Sure.
It sure takes a lot of work to put something like this together, and we don't want to exhaust our resources. So
What's the biggest thing that's changed from 12 years ago?
I have more white in my beard.
That's a good answer.
Yes. Aside from that, it's pretty much going the same as it has been.
If you were to go back 12 years and look to see what's happening now and seeing the support, would you be surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised that it went 2 years.
Yeah.
When they called me and they said, let's do it again, I was very happy, but also quite surprised.
Do you kind of have a vision of where you want to see this in 10 years, or is it just sort of an organic thing that you just take year by year?
I'd like in 10 years to see it be an organic thing that we take year by year.
Okay. Sean, when it comes to getting all this stuff organized, is this something that you guys or you really enjoy doing and being a part of?
I would rather be doing this than so many other things. Yeah. I mean, music is just kind of one of our passions, you know, and so it's really easy to get behind somebody that's doing music. Of course, I knew Jeremy. He said he started with the bass, and I remember seeing him play the bass. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. Who's that guy? You're a little older than me. That's where the gray comes in.
Yes.
But it was really neat. And so, you know, when you're in an environment where there are other people that are doing what you're doing, people just want to be a part of that, you know. And so I think to be a part of something like that, not just to do a thing, but to actually be part of something that's growing and you're getting other people involved is really rewarding, you know, personally, but it's rewarding for the community as well.
You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream Television and Armstrong and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Well, I asked Jeremy, so I'll ask you, Sean. Did music hit you at an early age?
It did. I'm the choir director for the Titusville First United Methodist Church. That's actually probably where I started. My grandmother might say different, but I remember singing in the kiddie choir when I was 5, and I really just pursued music from as long as back as I can remember, really.
So what was the first instrument you picked up?
The first instrument that I picked up was a clarinet. I needed something to play, and I was able to get my hands on it. I needed something that I could borrow because I couldn't afford one. I played it until I had to give it back. And then I found someone who loaned me a trumpet, so I played the trumpet until I had to give that back.
Wow.
And what I really wanted, though, the whole time, I just wanted a guitar. Like, where do you get a guitar? Well, you have to buy them or you have to find them. And the day that I got my first guitar, I carried that thing everywhere. And I never really looked back. And I've dabbled with some other instruments and stuff, but it really helped to give me something and put it in my hands that I could let that creative thing that's inside of you kind of come out. And so I just kept following it because I like to do it. And now I'm in a position where not only can I enjoy what I do, but I can teach other people to do the same thing, whatever age you are, and that's really special.
Is it like it's hard for me? I'll watch a commercial or a movie or TV show, and I'm picking out production elements, right? Because that's what I do. When you guys hear music, are you picking out certain instruments that you enjoy playing and just saying, "Oh, that's a neat arrangement," or "Wow, that's cool how they did this"?
You're a positive guy.
Thank you.
Yes, I hear what they're doing, and sometimes I really like it.
Sometimes you're like, why did they do it that way?
Yeah, it's kind of what I really like about the festival is everybody really pushes their own limits when they write their parts. And so when I hear stuff, I hear that raw energy, like the expression. And when I listen to stuff on CDs and on the radio and on TV, a lot of times that edgy element is sacrificed for listenability.
Right.
So sometimes that gets to me a little bit.
So today with technology, people have so many ways of putting what their baby out there, right?
Yes.
So you're not reliant on, again, going back to my business, the 3 networks anymore. It's now you've got all these platforms for getting content out there. A lot of times people now don't even need to go chase down a record label because there's other ways of getting their music published. Is that good for what you're talking about, where you can create your thing, and if people want to listen to it, great. If not, that's fine, but here it is?
It is great for the expression, maybe not for making a living.
So do you find that even today, if they want to make a living, there are some rules that they have to kind of play by to try to get the most attention?
You draw more flies with honey than vinegar, right?
There you go.
But the vinegar is tasty.
What makes it fun.
Yeah.
Now, my wife puts vinegar on fries, and I won't touch them.
That's weird.
Vinegar on fries or not eating?
No, the vinegar is the weird part, I think. Ketchup is for fries, right?
Yeah. Well, see,
there's
now
vinegar and ketchup, though.
Yeah. But,
Or ranch.
Wow.
Or ranch. Ranch is
Jeremy's
good.
really hitting us hard here. Let me jot this down. So, when you're bringing these folks in, do you ever look back and say, "Boy, that group could go far," or this person has some talent?
Yeah, it's really neat to see the people like that have started at a young age go on and develop their careers. A lot of times it's not developed in Venango County or Crawford County. They go to bigger cities, but hopefully in the future they can come back and share what they've learned with their home region.
So you mentioned you're bringing in folks from all over,
Yeah.
not just the state, but other states as
Yeah.
well.
Yep. This year, the most distant reaches are West Virginia and New Jersey, but some years we've had people even come back home from California. Like, the idea of the festival, the way it's kind of developed, is it's almost like a homecoming. So we try to contact people that have left the region but still have family in the region or ties to the region, and bring them back for a celebration in their, home area.
Sean, when you look at the region here and you see the talent that hits the stage in Meadville at the Academy or in Franklin at the Barrow, or you see, the concerts in the park, whether they're Titusville, Taste of Talent in Franklin, or the concerts in Meadville, and you see how much local talent there is. Are you surprised by that, or?
No. We have a artistically rich area, but most of us realize that our area doesn't have some of the resources that bigger cities would give you. So getting that artistic talent out into the light is really the challenge. Indie Fest is one of those things that really helps do that, because we're able to give a platform to the bands and the solo artists and the kids now too, to be able to do that in a way where it's not just enriching for them to play in their garage band at home for a couple of bucks, but they can also now give that back to their community, and we all sort of grow together. That's fantastic.
And do you find that working with the youth, you're seeing some of that talent? I mean, at that age?
Yeah. In fact, I've got a few students this year. For the first time, I've had students who are playing and singing at the same time. That's exactly what we want to see, because they're the ones that will be playing on the stages later. And they may not even want to be in a band. They may want to stay solo, and that's awesome. We have bands that are coming to Indie Fest. We have solo artists that are coming to Indie Fest. They may decide that they want to take that talent and compose. And so we have a platform for them where they can learn to do that, but they can also take in what the other artists are doing that have maybe been doing it longer, and learn from that as well. And they're getting exposed to it as young as I've got students that'll take the stage Saturday that are 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's really cool.
Oil Region Indie Music Festival is this Saturday, 2 to 10. Weather looks like it's going to be perfect. If folks want to get involved, learn more, how can they do that?
I would suggest that if they're at the festival, come down to the merch tent. There will be a tent on Seneca Street that says merch, and there will be a staff member there that they could talk to. You could approach us on Facebook.
And they can search Oil Region Indie Music Festival,
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
And there's some clips. If you go there now, you'll actually find some video clips from last year, correct? Or the past couple years, maybe?
I think those are from like 2010.
Okay. There's clips that they
Yeah.
can still watch.
Yep.
That's really cool. And you guys are going to have shirts?
Yeah, we made
Shirts,
that.
stickers, there's posters.
Actually, we hung all the posters.
That shirt looks really cool. That's Pipeline Alley on the shirt,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Yeah, that's really cool.
My sister Amy designed that, and then we printed those in my house.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of volunteers to pull this off, which is fantastic. As you were saying, it takes a lot to do something like this.
It does. I'm always amazed when it's over and we've done it.
So this Saturday, 2 to 10. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck with everything, and here's to 12 more years, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely.
You got a lot more room for some more grace, so
Yeah.
you've got plenty of time.
Well, it might be gone by then.
Yeah, and nobody needs to buy tickets. It's just it's open.
It's free. That's one of the benefits of working with the Arts Council is we're able to provide this as a free community event.
Very nice. And if somebody wants to play next year, they can use Facebook to try to contact you as well. I'm sure you probably get a lot of that, right?
Yes, but if there's someone locally that we've missed, we would love to hear from them and try to include them next year.
All right. I can't sing or play, so Sean, I may have to take lessons, but I'll put in my demo for next year, and maybe I'll.
I'd love to hear that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, singing and playing isn't necessarily a requirement. It's your soul.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see about that.
You do interpretive guitar.
That's what it is. Yeah. Experimental is what they call it, right?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.